Alright, so we're going to do editing our features here and then also using the measuring tool. So we're going to start out drawing off this basic part. It's just like a pipe support. So it has a hole in one direction for the pipe to go through, and then another hole in the opposite plane that you can screw to the wall or a rafter or something like that. So we're just going to draw this out. So we have two circles, an inch on the inner circle, an inch and a half on the outer circle. And then I have this reference construction line that is 2 inches long. Okay, and then out here I'm going to have a line for the end of my part. Okay, and then I'm going to put a point right on the middle of this. Okay, so that's the midpoint there where the triangle appears. And then I want to make these 2 points coincident. So when you're clicking on these, make sure that you're getting both points, okay, and not part of the line. You want both of those points to be coincident to each other. Okay, and so that snaps to there, and it's kind of stuck in the middle now, and it won't move. So then you can take two other lines here, and you draw those up to make sure that they're tangent-ish to the circle, and make sure that they're blue. So this bottom one drew in with black. That means it's fixed to some point. We don't want it to be fixed because we want to assign it to be tangent. So if it turns black, just delete it, redraw it. You clicked somewhere where it auto-constrained. Okay, so then I'm going to use the tangent tool here. So click on the line in the outer circle, and then my line runs tangent. Okay, then I'm going to extrude this. Okay, so I'll turn on my sketch, and we're going to extrude the circle portion up a 1/2 inch, and then that trapezoidal kind of shape that's attached to it, we're going to extrude that up to 0.3 inches. Okay, so now I have one piece of this. Okay, and then what I want to do is draw on the end of this. So I'm going to get my sketch tool out, I'm going to click on the end, and I want this drawing to come out the same direction as the higher portion of this mounting bracket. Okay, so I'm going to draw a circle out here kind of as reference, and notice how I put it pretty close to in the middle there, lined up with the origin. Okay, and then I'm going to project this line that I want to reference to. So I'll use the projection tool. I'm going to click on this line so I have those two ends from the first extrusion to reference in my sketch here. And then I'm just going to draw a line out from each one of those. Okay, and now we want to constrain this. Okay, so we want to have the circle attached to the lines. And notice I haven't put a dimension on the circle yet because I want it to fit the lines. So right now I'm just drawing a construction line through the center of the circle. Okay, and then I'm going to use the coincident tool to attach the circle there at that center. Okay, so notice how it kind of shifted it away from center. And now I'm going to use the tangent tool. Okay, and I only need to tangent one end. If I try to tangent the other side, it's going to give me an error that it's over constrained. Okay, and then I'm going to put a hole here in the middle that we can extrude here in a minute. Okay, and we'll give that a dimension of 0.3, and we'll set the dimension here for this line to be 0.5 away. Okay, and then I'm just going to extrude this out. So I'm going to click on the pieces that I want, and we'll extrude this out to 0.3 and 0.25. Okay, so this is just the piece, the body that I want to show you some of these other features. So we're going to work on deleting and editing features. Okay, so for example, if I want to change this hole, so maybe I don't want it to be this circle, I can come down here in my timeline and I can right click on the extrusion that I made, and I can edit that feature. Okay, so I can get rid of it if I don't want it, right? I can change the size of it, the extrusion, right? So let's change this to 0.3 just to show how to change it. Okay, and then maybe I don't want just a hole, maybe I wanted like a threaded hole, or maybe a square slot or something like that. So if I want to edit my sketch here, I can click on this circle that I drew and delete it. Okay, and then I can go back because I have that center point reference there on my sketch. So if I turn that back on, I can use that as a reference to use the hole cutting tool that we've used in past lessons. Okay, and then maybe I want to have that threaded. So right now it's just a hole. Okay, but if I want to edit it here, I can right click the feature and hit edit feature, or go down into the timeline. Okay, and then I can add a thread to this. Okay, so this is nice when you want to change designs, especially if you're working with somebody and they give you a suggestion to the design. You can go back in and change it without having to redraw it. Okay, so here I'm just kind of playing around, adding some other features of things that I wanted to change, right? Okay, and notice that I can't cut the hole out into empty space here. Okay, so the hole tool has some limitations, whereas the extrusion, if I wanted to put like a pin there, I could extrude it outward. All right, now this is the second piece here. This measurement tool is nice because you can reference any piece. Right, so here I clicked on the circle. It gives me radius, diameter, circumference, all that information. If I want to know the distance from one feature to another, so like from the edge of this circle to the edge of the bracket, I can click on those 2 points. If I want to know from this hole to the edge of the other part of the hole and then the center, I can click on those and it'll show me. Those come in nice for things if you're trying to measure a clearance or something like that. All right, hang out for the next lesson.